So tell me, I want to know from everything from the beginning. So you were a makeup artist and then you created this line. Tell me how you got into being a makeup artist.
I started with hair, and when I moved to the States, I had a few friends that actually worked in the film industry. So I started working as a production assistant, and I met then all the makeup artists. Miami is Florida is actually a right to work state. So it's actually also very different from any other states I could have been, because usually when you in any state you have to be part of the union and you have to choose either hair or makeup.
Yep.
In Miami, you have to do both. It's a right to work state, and in commercial, they usually take one person with an assistant or two people, or very rarely you have one hair, one makeup. So you have to do both, and that's how I started doing makeup.
Oh, you're just so
also and working in commercial, and then I was looking at all the line and everything, and I've always been interested in doing something like having a line. I also always wanted to be a fashion designer. It was between hair and fashion design. Like it's different, but goes in the same world of beauty. So basically, when I started doing makeup, I also, there was a lot of, like, at the time, 10, 12 years ago, there was a lot of mineral line or natural, but they were portraying the natural line as a natural look, which is very different. And it was very hard to find the right natural product, cruelty-free, that would also perform well.
Right.
Or it was very faded color or very light, like even like when mineral, oh my God, I forgot the name. Bare Mineral came out, and they do cover well, and it looked good and it's nice, but it was very natural at the end of the day. Even if it was a coverage, it was no color.
Exactly.
At least at the beginning when they started, because now, of course, everybody has much more.
But in the beginning, I remember that.
Yeah, so that's why I decided to research a little bit, and Evil, which is my partner in the business and also my ex-husband. So we started the business together, and he used to have an advertising agency. So that's for the logo design, advertising and marketing. So we started, researching packaging, going to shows, mainly in New York or LA, the makeup show, to meet all of suppliers and labs, also to work with chemists, because I'm not a chemist. So I needed to find the book and work with the certification that I chose for Antonym, which is EcoCert and Cosmo.
Yeah. What was it about making sure your products were clean? Like, you were onto something. There wasn't a lot of people that were obviously doing that at the time. So what was it about making sure that your products were certified organic and didn't have toxic ingredients in them, that made you want to go forward with that?
So first, it came also with the testing on animals.
Okay.
And that's where we could see that the line that started, because not all natural ingredients are clean, and not all synthetic ingredients are bad.
Right.
So that's also the thing. But I realized that more natural and organic products were cleaner than and more cruelty-free also than other brands. And I also wanted to have the certification because it was going with what I believe in. Why not have a clean product if you can? Why not have sustainable packaging if you can, and that's why.
You were starting that? Were people trying to convince you to go otherwise, or?
Well, it was, no, nobody really was starting. Because we meet a lot of suppliers and labs and stuff like that. So they're like, well, but you can go like that, because the price was very expensive. Even the bamboo right now is probably double or triple than what I would buy if I were doing plastic.
Right.
Which is...
Product packaging is amazing.
Oh, thank you. It's very challenging. I have to tell you, it's very challenging because there's always a little problem, or the mirror, or it breaks easily, or it has a scratch when it comes. It's challenging to get that packaging and get it right, and make it work properly. So I've lost my train of thought. What was that? Yeah.
People are trying to get you to get they were trying to get you to do plastic over bamboo.
Well, yeah, because when you research and you ask for a different price, they go to the cheaper, and then we ended up staying at the bamboo. And of course, we have a few things with plastic, but it's also PP, which is a plastic that is accepted by EcoCert, and that is recycled plastic.
Right. Okay. So tell me, the name Antonym is the opposite. How did you come to the name?
Well, actually, the name, we were looking for a name starting by A, because in most lists, when you go to any stores, you have alphabetical order. So we're like, what can we do? Anatomy, and Evo came up with Antonym, and it fit perfectly because, I mean, even though right now there's a lot more lines than there was at the time, it was different. And I like the fact that it was cleaner, different, and also geared to every age, because anybody can use it. And you can use it very lightly or very strong. You can put the black eye pencil and get, a stronger look also, which at the time and at the beginning also, which we had like a few little hardship on the way, I had the plan of having much more in the line.
Oh,
okay. A lot of things are ready to roll, like more colors for the baked foundation, blushes, pencils, lipstick, but the budget was not following, basically. So it's also very hard because we are two people doing most of it, and right now doing everything since COVID started.
Yeah, I am, seriously. So you mentioned baked, the baked foundations. I wanted to ask you, to explain that a little bit more, because you hear it, even now is the baked makeup trend and all of that. What is that?
So,
yeah.
Well, basically, a baked foundation is a cream that is baked and keeps the property of the cream while being a powder. And depending on the ingredients you have inside, it doesn't dry your skin. So basically, whether you have dry or oily skin, you can use the powder. And so that's pretty much it. And the way ours is done is that it has a swirl of color. So by mixing the two color, it adapts to your skin tone. Obviously, you have to choose the color closest to your skin tone.
Right.
If you take a dark, it's obviously going to be too dark or too light, or, So that's pretty much what it is. It's a cream that is baked, but keeps the property in the cream in the sense that it doesn't dry your skin.
Got it. Okay. And baked blushes are the same kind of a thing?
It's the same concept. Yeah, it is all done. That's why it's so silky when you put it on, and it's smooth. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I was, there's so many terms all the time. I'm like, what is that? I try to figure it out. And so now I understand better. But so did you come up with that? Or was that something that you wanted, when you were creating your brand and your products, that was something that you wanted to definitely do, or with the foundation?
That was something I wanted to definitely do. It all happened, quite frankly, because in the development, it was, I finished the development and the texture and the look and the feel that I wanted first with the baked powder. And that's why the baked powder was the first one out.
Okay.
And the liquid, and it was easier since it is a swirl, and that it can adapt to have less color also as a starting point. Yes. Definitely, but it's also a lesser coverage. It's from light to medium. You can reapply on top of it a couple of times, but that's about it. So it does even out your skin tone and covers, and you know, that does that. But if you want a full coverage, you still need the liquid foundation.
Got you. Okay. What
It depends also on your skin.
So tell me what your favorite product is that you've created from Antonym. It's been a while, so.
My favorite product. Okay, so I do use all my products, believe it or not, and I do use them on set mainly. I have a few favorites that I would like, beside if it's not there anymore, like the eye pencils. I really like, I mean, any color really, but I like it because it's very creamy in some ways. So it doesn't dry right away. So you can do different look. If you do a line, you can smudge it or put it longer, or put a little powder, put it in the rim of the eye also, it's safe. So I like that. Then the baked powder, I use that all the time when I wear makeup. But the Rose blush is one of my favorites.
Are you still doing makeup artistry for like shows or individuals, or are you just focusing on your brand?
No, I am still doing the makeup artistry. I work, but in commercials, few commercials a year I do, definitely.
Okay. How has it been with COVID? Are they back in production? Have you done any since started coming back?
I have. It's been interesting. So basically, until June there was nothing. End of June, and then the past few months there's a few jobs that have been there. I did a few commercials actually, and it's of course with the mask, the visor, alcohol. I don't use hand sanitizer. I use alcohol. I'm buying like 70% or 99% alcohol. Spray it every 2 seconds, and that's it. I don't find the glove very clean if I have to go and pat somebody and then touch something else and then go back.
I know.
So I'd rather just alcohol my hands.
I agree. No, I know. In the beginning, everyone was wearing gloves, and I'm like, what is this point? I mean, you touch this, then you touch.
It's gross.
I know.
Exactly.
It makes sense.
Don't touch me after with the gloves.
Right? So, but so I know you've worked with a lot of like celebrities in the past. Can you talk about some of the celebrities that you've worked with, or anything recently with?
I work mainly with sports celebrity. Actually, I don't work with a few, but like lately, and in Miami, it's really sports like football, golf, basketball, more than celebrities. And they all have their own makeup artist. So when they come with their own makeup, their own hair, their own stylist. They usually travel in pack with their own people. Yeah, which makes sense. I would do the same.
Right.
You're comfortable, the person. It's very, very rare that we're going to be called and say, hey, can you do this person?
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So tell me more about like what's going on with Antonym. Like, do you have any new launches coming out, or have you pushed anything because of the time that we're dealing with right now?
We have. So the plan and what we would like to do next year is bring lipstick.
Okay.
And hopefully new colors in the baked foundation or blush. We're going to try to do. We have to wait right now because we were affected by COVID. Obviously, way less sales. So we're still here, which is very good.
Where do you have your products formulated? Are they overseas?
Yes, in Italy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a problem probably trying to get them.
No, it's not actually, because everything is done in the lab and we can place the order, and then it's the shipment that comes and everything is regulated and verified. So it really is not. That's not the problem. The problem is being able to bring and make everything good with the company also.
Got it.
So it's more money problem, to be honest, so we're going to see what we can bring, but we definitely want to bring something. It's about time.
Yeah, when was your last launch or when?
My last launch was, oh, I don't know if it was Lily or the Steel Eye Pencil. So it's like a year, more than a year ago, because it's already the end of 2020. So it was in 2019. So it's going to be a 2 year by the time we bring something else, which we were planning on doing that this year, but it not possible.
Mhm. Well, that'll be great to have lipsticks. I mean,
Yes.
no, I mean, that's awesome. Because
No, it's missing. I mean, we have a few things that we obviously need, and also, one of my sadness in some ways that because of the cruelty-free and the eco-care, we can't have red because it's carmine. So, we'll go with other colors. We'll have a lot of nudes, which I love.
yeah. I don't know how some of these brands get around that, though. I mean, the ones that say that they're clean and then they have the red and.
Because carmine is not actually, even with EcoCerum and Cosmo right now, I can have carmine if I want, but then I will not be cruelty free. So it's like I can do it, and I'm still certified natural because it is natural, but
Right.
and I know it's some people see it as, oh, it's just a beetle, but it's not just a beetle. It's an animal too, in some ways, in that world.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize to the extent,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly.
red. No, it's not, they don't know.
It's not.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So it's either not natural, synthetic, or not cruelty free. So it's like,
yeah.
I will wait. I'm sure we'll find something that at some point. I mean, it's been a while. I don't understand how we don't have red without being carmine. I just cannot get how they cannot make it. It's like, come on.
I know, it's wild to think about.
It's very wild when you think about it. How can they not make it?
Yeah. People go to the moon. We can put red lipstick on our lips that's not from a beetle.
Yes, definitely.
So you've lived in Miami a long time. Obviously, you're from France. There now. Did you're growing up, like, did your parents, were they creative type people? Did they work in this kind of an industry at all? I'm just curious, like, how you came to.
Not at all. Not at all. My father was a contractor, and my mom worked in a store. So not at all. I mean, I guess a little bit of fashion, but not really. I was not brought up in the fashion industry, but I live in Cannes, so I guess that does it a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's so glamorous. It's so beautiful.
Which is where the film festival is. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and I mean, my mom had a very nice sense of fashion and the hair, the makeup. I grew up. Yeah, my mother was never without her hair done or no makeup. Mm-hmm. And I grew up with a very young mom. She had me at 20. So she had my brother at 19 and me at 20. So she was always like perfect and beautiful, and the makeup, the hair, the purple and the blue, because it was the 80s, 70s, yeah. 80s. Yeah. So it was fun. Yeah, I had like a lot of fun with that.
I'm sure. And what made you come to the United States?
Well, actually, I went to London first for a few months, and I ended up staying like more than 3 years, nearly 4 years. And I met a couple of friends that are still friends to this day of mine in London that were half British, half American. And, they were coming with me on holiday. I was going with them. And one's like, oh, just come here. You can work here and this. And then I ended up meeting my husband and married. And, so I came and I stayed. It was never my intention growing up, I'm going to live in the United States. It just happened, basically.
Yeah. You never know where it's going to take.
It's nice. I mean, I love it.
I mean, you could have been, you're lucky. Miami's great. I mean, it's like, it could have,
Oh, I love it here. I really love Miami. I love the people. I love it's a melting pot. There's so many different personalities, ethnicity, it's really wonderful. I like it.
Oh, that's beautiful. So what do you have planned for the holidays? Because you're probably not going to be doing much traveling.
Oh, no, we're not. Here, I mean, I've been seeing the same between 6 and 8 people. That's what we've been doing. And luckily, my daughter's best friend is one of my very dear friend daughter. And we usually do the holidays together, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year. So that happens to be good. And with her dad and his fiance, and we get along perfect. We have a beautiful family, so we all together. And one of my other best friend, and that's it. We always the same circle, anyways. So that's what we're doing.
You're so lucky. That's what it has to be, you know, for everyone. So
it is. It's been very hard for a lot of people because a lot of people are, you know, alone or not able to see their loved one and family. It's very hard because usually I also go, my mom hasn't seen Luca in 2 years.
Oh, is that your son?
So yeah, because they're in France. My brother was here for 3 months, but he left in March, but then that's it because there's no traveling.
Yeah. So when was the last time you got to go to France?
2 years ago, because actually we didn't go last year. I was like, oh, that's okay. Maybe we'll go for Christmas, or then we'll go, you know, this summer for the 2 months. And well, we couldn't go because everything that happened, and we didn't know it would last that long. And now we're like, oh, maybe next year, but let's see what's happening because you don't know what's happening also because everything is closing in France again. It's just. Yeah, it's just the same as here. People don't, I mean, half of the people take it very seriously, even though you can go to places. Mm-hmm. But, you know, some people just go walk with no mask, go in restaurant with no mask. Like, it's okay. It's just wrong.
It's so wrong. It's
so wrong.
Unbelievable how dumb people can be. So
I know. It's like, it's respect. If you don't think you're going to get, just please respect other people. It's all about respect. It's not even anything else.
Well, tell me something exciting about Antonym. I saw on your social media that the products were in some type of a movie that is in a film festival.
Oh, yes. It was in the Austin Film Festival. And the product were used on the movie. And when they shot here in Miami, I actually was the makeup artist for one of the parts, but they used all the products in there. Yeah, we have the product used in a lot of like commercials because I have also a lot of colleagues that have the line, and a lot of makeup artists reach out to get the product. And yeah, Reboot Camp is a movie that is actually how can I say it properly? Like not a documentary, a mockumentary about cult. Oh. It's the two brothers that want to see how people really are attracted to cult, and one decide to be the guru, and they decide to film it to see how people would react to it, and if they would stay in it. And it's fun. It's a comedy.
Oh, I love it. I love the idea.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Something on Netflix about the cult, that Nexium. I don't know that.
Yes. I haven't seen it, but yeah.
Ridiculous.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it if it's fun. Yeah.
That idea is really, really funny. So well, that's cool. That's exciting. So
yeah, it's fun.
That's awesome. And so anything else happening with some of your other retailers, or for the holidays, anything going on for?
Not really. I mean, we have thankfully, the little retailer we were with are still here. Mm-hmm. And some are expanding with a new website, different avenues, but nothing super, super exciting. Black Friday is exciting.
Oh, I know. Oh my gosh. I'm getting so many emails about Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
So. Oh, really?
But you guys are Are you guys on Amazon as well, or are you just?
We are, but not as Antonym. We have, I mean, yes, as Antonym, but somebody else is actually, it's a person that has their own store that sells Antonym too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were on on Amazon as a store, but it was good, but it's actually better for us to be with him than be ourselves.
No, that's good. It's a lot of work. So
Yeah, it is because you have all the backup and all the reconciling and all of that, and it's so much easier when you're limited in
what is your favorite thing about owning a company, and then what's your least favorite thing about it?
My favorite thing, well, first of all, I freelance in general, even with doing makeup on set and stuff like that. So it's being able, like, for example, I have a little cottage that I usually rent, but with COVID, we decided to put the office there. So the office is there, and most of the shipping can be there. We have, of course, a storage and another place where all the products are, but I can just wake up and send my emails and print the stuff and ship everything from here. So that's like a dream, to be able to also to go in flip-flop and shorts or gym outfit to the office. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have
this pandemic for sure.
oh my God, yes. No, but in general, because Evo is very casual too, and when we had Morgan, she would bring like a little summer dress with sandals, or unless we have a meeting, it's really you can come as dressed as you want or as not dressed as you want, pretty much, as long as you're decent, of course, obviously. But so that's a very good, that's my favorite thing, to be able to do what I want. Like, oh my God, I don't have to be there at 8. If I'm there at 9, as long as I answer my email or my phone call, I'm fine. Talking about when the office was there. And the least, my least favorite, I don't know. I mean, my least favorite is not, I would say, as being the founder of the line, is not to have everything I want to have. Which is not really it's not concrete in some ways, but it is, to me, I would like to have, a full line. That would make me very happy, and then add a little bit. And
well, you're getting there. You're definitely getting there. So one more question I just want to know. So when you're not working, what do you like to do being in Miami? Do you do outdoors types of activities, or with your daughter? What do you guys like to do in your free time?
In the free time, well, it's like hanging at home a lot, and also we walk the dogs a lot. I have a dog, and then found a dog. So we do that: biking, going to the beach, walking. We live in Hollywood is very green, actually. We have park. You can walk 4 blocks. You're on the water. There's a lake, a South Lake and North Lake, that actually meet the ocean at some point. But it's also, if I want to walk to the beach, it's a 20-minute walk, which is very nice, and it's a 5-minute bike ride. So it's very nice. Yeah. And pretty much we all live in the same 15-20-minute area with friends. So it's a very nice thing too. And my daughter is a teen now. So, I mean, now with COVID, it's a little more restricted, but I would go with her and a little friend to the mall, and I would do my own thing and let them. Of course, I would go Sephora and look at everything, all the newness and all this stuff, and she would go and do her little things with her friends.
Yeah. Oh, well, hopefully.
It's limited here. It's limited.
It is. It's crazy. So, but it was so nice to meet you. I'm glad that
nice meeting you too.
Giving us this time.
It was very nice meeting you. Bye-bye, Robin. Bye.